We had smokers on both sides. It was everywhere. We had to keep our windows closed, even if it was a really hot day, because if you opened the windows, it was just basically like a vacuum. It would suck the smoke right in.
Annie soon learned that the treehouse was magic. It could take them to any...
I started getting a couple phone calls from 2 residents in particular regarding their newborns and smoke getting into their apartment.
They smiled.
As a parent, you try to make healthy choices for your children, and having this secondhand smoke that you can't control really makes you feel helpless.
When she got to the door, she turned.
Secondhand smoke is the 6th largest killer in the country. And when you share a wall with somebody, even if you're not in the same room, we know that you experience the effects of that smoke.
And secondhand smoke is related to asthma development and worsening of symptoms. Children who are constantly exposed to secondhand smoke have a harder time fighting infection. They're more prone to simple viral colds that linger.
Here's your oranges. People always used to say to us, well, why don't you just move? But without a smoking ordinance or a law in place, there was no guarantee that we wouldn't have the same problem in the next apartment.
We're going to have a sandwich too later, okay?
I wanted to go to City Hall and let them know that this is not a hypothetical problem. This is a real issue that's affecting my children every day.
Smokers are not a protected category of people. It's a choice. You have a choice to smoke. You have a choice not to smoke. You don't have a choice to breathe somebody else's smoke. If you're in an apartment next to somebody who smokes, you don't have that choice. You will breathe their smoke.
Can't stop people from smoking, but pretty effectively, the ordinances we've passed have been able to stop them from affecting the health of somebody else.
I was happily surprised at how quickly the ordinance made a difference in my life. We really went from not being able to open our windows to being able to play on the balcony, and it made a huge difference for my children.
The tenants are so happy. They have thanked me for putting up the signs, no smoking. I even get phone calls of people who are looking for apartments and that specifically call me because I have that policy.
There are statistics that the minute we passed the ordinance, we probably started saving lives. And I don't know where else you can take an action like that that can result in those kinds of immediate results that are that effective.
When I look back at my first term, being the champion for this public health non-smoking ordinance as it impacts multiple housing units is probably the most important thing I did.
This was an ordinance that I really felt was important because there were many people that were being negatively affected by other people's behavior. So I'm very, very proud that the city was able to get behind this ordinance and pass it.
Regulating the air quality within an apartment or a condominium unit is no different, in my mind, than regulating whether or not a builder can use asbestos or lead in the paint or put lousy wiring in. They're all components that a local government regulates.
The smoke-free ordinance empowers not only me as a manager, it empowers the other managers in the community.
The American Academy of Pediatrics is strongly against smoking in multi-unit housing. And so we're asking politicians to consider their constituents who are powerless in a lot of ways, who don't have a voice, who don't have voting rights yet. And we need their voices to be heard.